This is a video I never intended to do, at all. At this point in time, Timothy the Ghost Engine has been done to death, and many people just say it's an unoriginal story trend for a Halloween Thomas special. I'm not expecting this video to get a lot of views, but I will say this turned out fairly decent than a certain other poorly thought out Rush story I despise doing. This one has been tweaked and reworked, and not too over the top like most gory, scary Thomas stuff on the internet. This is my channel we're talking about, and I choose what videos I put out on it. I don't have anything else to say, but enjoy.
Morning, everyone. We've got a tight schedule, so let's get straight to the point. Since Timothy will be out of action for a while,
I just need my brakes to be checked again, which bothers me much more than my small side tanks. I hate that they can't hold much water.
Adam, I'll need you to take Colin's goods. Winston, after your morning run, I'll need you and Edward to do a double-header and take a stone train up to the new line.
Technically, my brakes are kind of working a little now. That isn't until they break again.
Does that mean I have to do your work while someone else does mine?
I'm afraid so, Colin. After your help with the viaduct's restoration, you'll have to take Timothy's passenger train to Knapford.
Great. As if having a workload wasn't enough.
It's okay, Colin. At least you'll have more time to continue the viaduct's restoration, and I'll be happy to handle your work for a while.
Thanks, Adam. I guess.
And Edward, I'll need you to take some supplies to the restoration project. Got that?
I've got it. You know, after last week, things looked as if they were bothering you, Timothy. Is it about something? No, Edward. Not at all. Well, the way you're smiling tells me you're not trying to let out your anger at someone. It's completely fine, Winston. So, how about you get your wheels moving, or else the fat director will show you what it means to have building errors. Well, it seems as if I'm worried about you, Timothy. I just can't find any clues. I suggest you don't let your anger out at anyone, like Winston said. We have a busy day ahead of us. And what about you too, Adam?
Take care of yourself, Timothy. You don't want to cause an accident you regret.
I'm sure the rest of the day will be fine, Lily. If it means getting a rebuild after today, that would certainly be pleasant. And there's your last train, Edward. You should be all set. Thanks. Although there is one thing still on my mind. Really, what's that? Well, over the past few months, in the hot summer, and track repairs, I don't know if we'll be able to get them all done. And plus, Timothy has to take his night train over the bridge that needs repair. And, Edward, I know it's been really tough. Well, listen. The track repairs are sure to be done before winter. And plus, Timothy's a wise, experienced engine, almost like you in a way. So, you don't have to worry about him falling off a bridge or something. Hopefully you're right. Oh, hi, Glenn.
Hello, Timothy. Having an arcade day?
It's going alright, I'm not gonna lie, but if it weren't for my brakes, and my short side tanks, I would feel like a really useful engine, and just focus on one job. If only some engines didn't complain, Either I would not want to fall off a bridge or something.
I see. But don't think about it too much. The viaduct is now open, so you'll be able to cross it safely on one line.
I have heard the construction was taking so long. Too long. So how can I get over it?
Yeah, that's the thing. But at least you can still cross it.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, but still, I don't like any of this.
Just remember to slow down and puff with care, and then go back onto your line. I know you can handle that.
Yes, puff with care. That's how you stay perfectly on track, Glenn.
Now, I'm going on my way to Farquhar, so I hope you'll have a good time with your train tonight.
My train?
Exactly. Goodbye, Timothy.
I don't blame you, Glenn, or anyone for that matter. Except for Colin.
Something on your mind, mate?
Just the red signal, waiting for it to turn green, or the guard to blow his whistle. Oh well, better be on my way. Hello, Colin. Any news about the viaduct?
The viaduct's out. I'm helping out with the reconstruction.
Yes, I see, but luckily I brought more supplies and such for the repairs to go. And I can take your place now. Are the repairs going alright for you?
Pretty good. We're just about to add a new girders to the bridge. All engines will have to cross carefully once finished.
Yes, that is true. I can see progress building very well, and we'll be halfway done before we know it. I've seen bridges and tunnels being built when I've been in charge for a number of years, and this is surely one that's going to be done too. And also, there are passengers at Knapford heading for Tidmouth. I suggest you get there now.
Ah, Edward, just in time.
Yes, I am. Where should I leave my goods?
We're gonna need you to leave your goods in the siding. Just turn around and we'll have the rest sorted out.
Okay, I can certainly do that. Hello, Adam.
Hi, Edward. How's the restoration?
Very good so far. More girders and steel beams are being put into place, as well as rails being laid down. But there was something I did see that was up with Colin, but I didn't want to bring it up to him. Almost like Timothy.
Well, that's kind of the thing. Colin and Timothy don't always see eye to eye, even before our line shut down. But I guess he isn't used to changes happening. But ever since we met you and Timothy, Colin didn't want to get involved, so he'd pay attention to getting his jobs done more than paying attention to anyone else.
Oh, so that would explain why he remains quiet, especially towards Timothy's case. Have you known about this since you and Lily met him?
The thing is, I think Colin has it out for Timothy.
How much?
I don't know. I just think so, since they never saw. Maybe Lily's right.
What was she right about?
About Colin having a hard time accepting changes. I hope he does find the errors in his tracks, and treats others with respect like before.
I wish he does too. He wasn't too snappy whenever me and him met, but it's always looked as if there was something on his mind, if that makes any sense.
Oh, that must be my whistle. I better get going. Thanks for the talk, Edward.
And thank you too, Adam. Good luck with your passenger train.
You too.
So if Timothy and Colin hate each other, I wonder what was with Timothy that made him and Colin not get along. Hello, Winston. Everything all right with Timothy? Well, he told me the things he wasn't all right with, and that he's going to tell Adam next, but I don't know if I should tell you. It's rather uncomfortable. Oh. Yeah, that was my reaction too. I don't feel like listening. I feel more guilty. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything?
No, Winston, you're right on time.
So I called you all to the sheds for an important reason. That being the restoration of our railway's viaduct is halfway done.
Yep. Although there's still the other side that needs to be constructed too.
So for the time being, until the viaduct is finished, Edward, carry on with your odd jobs until further notice. Winston, I'll need you to take a master train up to Farquhar, where Neil will be waiting.
Oh great. More work. As if I haven't suffered enough today.
And Adam, after your pasture run, do you think you will cover for Colin while he finishes up with the viaduct?
I'll try my best, sir.
And hopefully it won't be much of a pain as we think it will be. If Timothy keeps us up, of course.
Now, Winston. If Timothy wants to be left alone, then let him. Sincerely, he's been going through things we don't need to know.
What kind of things are you talking about, Glenn? It's best that we don't say after looking at Timothy's face. Oh, so in that case, Timothy is almost, or just a little bit more like Matthew, in a way, by not liking certain changes to some other engine's jobs, including himself?
Oh yes, I remember that. I think I also remember when a few coffee pots were sent to work with Clive and Matthew. I think we were my brothers, Whitsley and Arulf.
I heard that! I don't know much about Matthew, but he sounds like a bossy boiler. Not including you, Colin, since you had to cover my work for almost every other day.
Why do you think that? You were unavailable, so I had to fill in for your work, Tim.
Don't blame me. Blame my builder for not making me a proper engine.
Yeah, whatever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an early morning passenger train to take.
I see what Autumn means, but it's best that we stay on our jobs, and hopefully Timothy will just be like how he used to be.
I'll try to finish up the best I can, pal. Sorry about your brake problems.
Yeah, well, at least you still care about me.
I know, I'm just worried about you.
So am I. In fact, all of us are. You were a hard worker for a good amount of years, but I never thought it would go anywhere like this. Just pretend that things will go better for you, and you won't feel awful all the time. Well, thank you for the advice, everybody. I still like this railway, and I promise not to let anyone down at all. Maybe my day hasn't been all right, but I shouldn't let it get to me. But in the meantime, I could use a little rest before I work again. Thank you very much, everybody. Hey, Timothy. Excuse me for saying this, but you've been rather grouchy for a couple of months now. I know, Abramson, but I can't handle it. Colin, bridge repairs, brakes. You know, my father used to work on a narrow gauge railway back in the 1860s, and when he met Scarloey, he was not the best engine to work with at the time. Well, could I tell someone some things in private? You mean like Adam over there? No! Okay, fine. Just tell him when I get back to Knapford. As for your brakes, they seem pretty good. Well, that's alright for me to hear. Oh, here's Adam. I'll let you two talk while I check on some rolling stock. Fine. Because I wish I never said a word to you at all. Or at least, I was scrapped! Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean for you to hear that, Adam. But I guess I'll tell you a little something. If you can, keep it a secret. Just remain quiet and don't tell anyone about this. I do not like Colin at all. He doesn't understand me, and he seems like he doesn't care about me too, and which I don't care about him too. He's just an engine. I wish he was... Yeah, I think you get what I mean. But in any other case, my small side tanks bother me so much I don't like it. If we had longer side tanks, we could hold up more water and not run out every few miles to take on more. I also feel sorry for the way you were built too. It bothers me more than my brakes. Too much? Okay, well, maybe I gone a little too far there, but I still do not like this. I think about it every day, and I don't think I deserve to stay like this. Good evening, Neil.
Hello, Edward. Might I ask how Timothy's up to?
He looks like he's calmed down a little.
That's great. Your trucks are ready for you. They're on the left siding.
Again, Timothy does mean well, and at least he's lucky to have workmen looking after him on this railway. Maybe he'll change to be a better engine and not too cocky.
Yes, and that reminds me of a story that my driver used to tell me back when he worked on the Teignmouth Knapford and Elsbridge Railway.
I could use just one overhaul. Then I'd feel really useful again. And wait a minute. What's Neil talking about? I don't know if I want to hear now. Well, Timothy still might be having a hard time, so I find it best to leave him alone a little longer. Actually, good call, Winston. Do you know why Timothy is acting like this, Lily?
I don't know, Edward. I know Timothy for a while. He's a nice engine with a heart of gold, but... Never mind. I'll see you later.
I know. I just hope things don't get any worse for Timothy. Well, if they don't appreciate me, I don't know what to think. Couldn't I just rest a little longer? I was dreaming I was a really useful engine and never had another mishap ever again, and... Oh, driver! I'm so glad to see you. Tell you this, if I pull this train right, I could use an overhaul. I'm feeling perfectly fine right now.
Right then.
Better get going. Maybe if I get damaged enough, I could finally get that overhaul I want.
Alright, let's go, Timothy.
Alright, driver. I'll be on my way.
What the? The brakes don't work! We can't stop! Good lord! There's a runaway coming! Timothy, slow down! We're going too fast! I'm trying! Oh crud! They're heading for the viaduct!
There's a runway coming. Take cover!
Jump clear! Stop him! There's nothing we could do for him. I'm sorry.
It was a long fall, but I doubt anybody survived that fall. Just we had the crew survived.
And it seems as if he's damaged beyond repair.
Doesn't seem like it. Can't get any engine. Just be glad it wasn't you. I'm sorry, mate. But there's nothing we can do.
Exactly. He's way down there, and never to be seen again. He was getting grouchy, but I'd never expect him to run off a bridge like that.
I can't believe he's gone. Edward, I'm so sorry about Timothy.
I guess we should have paid more attention to him.
He was a great friend and a really useful engine.
Of course. He wasn't always like this. He made good times with deliveries and passenger trains. I can't believe this tragedy.
Come on, old boy. We'd better get going.
Yes, I think we shall.
Edward, welcome back. I hope you weren't too busy.
If anyone has wondered why Timothy is nowhere to be seen, I have some very tragic news.
Oh, have you now?
Timothy ran off the viaduct last night, and his train went with him. What? Timothy is gone? How could this happen? I don't know. I don't know what was up with him last night, but it must have been very unlike him.
I don't, Winston. But whatever the case, we mustn't mourn over the loss of our number 0. Timothy chose his fate.
Oh, great. Again with Timothy?
Colin!
Fine. I'm sorry.
Sorry about him. He's been like that since we lost our line. It was years after Adam was built, and poor Colin still hasn't forget about it.
Edward, I understand you're sad over Timothy. So for that, I'll allow you to stay in the sheds until you're ready. I'm so sorry.
Understood, sir. I just need to wait for my driver to return and drive me back to the sheds like so.
I'm sorry about too. Timothy was a great and amazing example to all of us.
Alright. I'm sorry too. Maybe I was wrong about Timothy.
And we should all remember that he ran the Farquhar branch line very well. It wouldn't be the same without him.
Quite so. Timothy was a hard worker, but a fine fellow.
Let us all take a moment of silence to remember his usefulness.
Whatever the case, may he rest in peace.
Indeed, Lily. May he find peace in the afterlife.
I'll be in the shed.
And it's best that I get going too. See you all soon. Even after all these years, I still wonder how that tragedy even occurred in the first place, other than Timothy being cocky before his demise.
Morning, Winston.
Morning, Adam.
Still sad about Timothy?
Yes, I am, but I'm kind of glad he's in the past now, I'm telling you.
You're over that?
It's just that after seeing him looking that unhappy and what he and Colin have been through, it just kind of served him right. To me, anyways.
Oh, that's fine. Actually, I told the director about Colin's problem with Timothy. He sent Colin to the back of the shed in disgrace, but his associates think he was the cause of Timothy's accident.
Oh, you think so? Because that's insane.
I know. Actually, there's more.
Okay. Well, what more about that do you speak of?
Before the accident, Timothy told me something, but don't tell this to anyone, not even Edward, okay?
Okay, we keep this to ourselves about the truth. What's the truth anyway?
Because the truth is, Timothy actually wanted to meet his end. Yep, poor Timothy was suffering from what our crews call depression. I don't know if it was caused by Colin or just a source of habit, but after our talk he actually felt better. Guess he didn't expect that meeting his fate would be his reality.
It's no wonder the two never got along very well. And that makes me feel just a little more sorry about Timothy's loss.
It's fine, trust me. But please don't tell anyone. We can't handle anyone else finding out the truth.
Understood, Adam. I best be on my way. I don't know who will have to run our branch line now. Even when Timothy's gone after all those years ago, he'll still remain a historic piece of Sodor, and he'll remain silver as a spirit.